my cousin was like, Marilyn passed away because she was at her friend's house, but let me tell you a secret. She is the biggest sinner in our family. And I was like, how come? Tell me why. And she's like, because she was living this double life, and she was a lesbian, and the family didn't know. Me knowing that I was already out and queer, yet, except like not to my family, I was sitting there like, I'm listening to my cousin tell me that the biggest sinner in our family is this other lesbian, yet I'm sitting here like, okay, now I don't want to come out.
My name is Mauricio Piricon, and I'm from Bolivia, and on the LGBTQ spectrum, I think I'm mostly gay, but recently I've kind of been unsure of my sexuality.
My name is Emily Marie Jimenez. I'm from Buffalo, New York. My family is Puerto Rican. I identify strongly as Afro-Latina, and I fall on the pansexual identity / queer, mainly queer because I don't want to like really specify myself. And I also do identify as gender fluid, so I use she, her, and he, him pronouns.
So my name is Julissa Martinez. I am a Dominican and Puerto Rican, and I fall under pansexual with my gender pronouns being she, her, hers.
My name is Juliana Ardilla. I'm Colombian, and I'm gay.
I'm Joe Anthony Cruz, go by Joe. I'm from Austin, Texas, and on the spectrum, I've been in the closet for 20 years. Came out this summer. It was less of a coming out, more of like a homecoming. I know that I was always, as a child, I knew that men were I was attracted to men, and I found them really beautiful. I was also attracted to women. I guess I would fall on the queer spectrum. I'm still learning. Like I said, I only embraced this side of me a few months ago.
Being Dominican is kind of interesting when it comes to being queer. Like in our flag, it says Dios, Patria, and Libertad. Like it's God. And like growing up in a very religious household, my mama was very like, it's the way the book is written or nothing at all. And so I guess that's why queerness was never like a really big thing in our house, and it wasn't so much like a topic of discussion until I was the first in my family to ever come out.
You know, the term gay in Colombia, although we are very progressive, it's still taboo, you know. And it's fine that, you know, your neighbor is gay or your hairdresser is gay, but when it's your family, that's when it becomes a problem. I have seen that happen, so I always thought, like, I don't want to be, you know, the gay one.
My family is strongly Roman Catholic, especially on my dad's side. Like, they're really stuck with religion. So coming out to my mom was really difficult because I was scared that I was going to be like shunned or like disowned from the family.
I'm from Bolivia, and growing up, like my dad in particular would always say the Spanish word for faggot. What was it? Like, maricón.
My grandparents are from a different time as well. They might not know what it is. You know, you get a lot of the messages just spoken so problematically at anything. You know, it's maricón, it's joto, like all of these really just ignorant terms that maybe operate under the guise of fear.
Being Colombian and Latina, it's hard because, you know, a woman's a woman and a man's a man, and they go together and they get married and they have babies, and that's nice, but I like the old school way that I do want to have a family and I do want to get married, but not with a man, but with a woman.
And so when I started dating this woman, I was a little petrified as to like what my family was gonna say. And for a long time, that's all I thought about, like, what is my family gonna say? But I never really came out to my family. They kind of just found out. It was very scary. Like, I remember my mother being on the phone with her sister, and the conversation was about me. And I was just sitting on my bed like, what are they talking about? And then she was just like, Julissa qué? Julissa's what? And I'm like, uh-oh, something's wrong with Julissa.
Like on those conversations about like sexuality, they're not really spoken in the house. They're kind of just like not spoken at all. They're just like taboo topics. So it was a bit difficult, like trying to come out in a relationship.
I thought my parents already knew that I was gay. I thought I was flamboyant enough. I thought I was explicit in my actions. All my friends knew. before that, I thought they were gonna be accepting. I thought they were gonna be like, "Oh my God, Maury, I'm so happy for you." I didn't realize that my Spanish parents, they were very close to their traditions, and I remember my dad saying, "I'm never going to accept this. I'm never going to give you my blessing, and this is not okay."
When I did come out, it was really interesting to see the way that she reacted to it. Also because she was always like, "You're this beautiful, intelligent woman. Like, how are you gonna get? Like, how far are you gonna get with this?" As if like my sexual orientation was gonna like hold me back from being successful or anything like that. She's like, "Que vale la pena ir a la escuela or like to do all of these things if you're just gonna be gay? Like, you're wasting your life." And so for me, it was more so like, "No, mom. Like, this has nothing to do with like how professional I can be or like how far I can go."
You know, I was really close to my mom. My mom and I are really like friends almost. I don't know. So when I told her this summer, I was just like, I mean, this is my life now. And she was just like, "Oh, I know." So it was kind of funny because I wasn't expecting that reaction.
Our views on this identity are different, but overall she still loves me, which is like a relief because like I can deal with like situations not being on the same perspective as mine, but as long as like I feel like I am loved, then I will accept that.
Number one, I'd never seen my dad like tear up. I've always seen him be like the strong machismo man that he is. But he started getting emotional when I started saying, "This is not your fault." Because he started saying, "What did I do to like have you be like this?" But I just don't think they understand that this is not a choice. And I know for other people, like, that could be a really big, like, stab to the chest. And if I was younger, maybe it would have been. But I realized that I'm strong enough in myself to not have that affect me. And I told them that. I was like I respect whatever belief you think, but I want to live by my truth. And I feel like specifically this day and age that it's perfectly okay to love who you want to love. And I realized that our parents, they were raised in a different time.